Hi guys, and welcome to this pre-recorded video. Doing a lot of recording ahead of time. My Minicam subscription renews at the end of the month, and I'm not sure what's going to go on with it. I don't think they're US based. I'm pretty sure since it's electronics that I'm not going to get like tariffs on it, or it will be allowed to come into the United States. I don't know. Anyway, I'm pre-recording a bunch because if when we hit that I find out I don't have my Minicam anymore, then I'll have to research StreamYard or another place to actually do my videos from. Alright, so anyway, here is Artistic Leaves. You know me, anything having to do with leaves or fall, I am there. Love it. So this is what we stamped out on our introducing video. I will remember to hook that up or link it into the description so you can do that if you're seeing this video and you didn't see that. But this is where we stamped everything out and showed the different parts of the set. So it's an 8-piece stamp set. It's a standalone. There is no die with it, but pretty easy to cut these out. They're not that hard to cut out. So I am going to do one of my favorite layouts, and I haven't done it in a while. I'm going to use Basic Beige, and then I'm not sure what combination. I'm not a big Darling Duckling fan. It's growing on me, but I don't know. Not quite there yet. But this is Old Olive, Darling Duckling, and Timid Tiger. So we're going to do a base card that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Since I like having extra card bases around, I'm going to score that 4 1/4 first, then flip around and cut at the 5.5. So now I have 2 cards. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that's lined up, because when you score sometimes you can be just a little bit off. So by using your trimmer or whatever you have that might have an edge on it, get those 2 edges up there and make sure it's right down the middle. All right, let me do that with this one too, and I'm going to put this in my little stash over there to use for a future card. All right, so now I am going to go ahead, and I think I'm going to have to get out some Berry Vanilla too. Let me grab that really quick. Grab one of my 3 3/4 by 5 pre-cut panels, but we'll cut this down because this is going to be my focal point. All right, so I'm going to have this go all the way across. So I think I want to, I'm trying to figure out what color, how I want it to go. I think I want it to go like this. All right, so I'm going to cut all of these to 5 1/4 by whatever width. You know what? No, I want to go 5.5. So let me get a different piece of Old Olive. Let me see in my little stash here if I have Old Olive that goes all the way to 5.5. Let me see. It's 5 1/4. All right, I might have to cut a new piece. So I don't see these all look like they're, and this is the 2-tone cardstock. That's 5 1/4. All right, I'll use the 2-tone cardstock. See how it's a little bit different, but I want it all to be the length of the card. And that's still, no, that's not. Look at that. All right, I'm just going to cut a piece of Old Olive because apparently I don't have any that goes all the way to 5.5. All right, so let me go ahead. I always have lots of Old Olive cardstock hanging around. It's one of the few that I actually make sure that I have at least 2 full packs at all times. All right, so now we'll be able to do this. All right, so this is 5.5. These are all 5.5. I'm going to go And the first one I'm going to make, I'm going to be doing these all rectangles across. So I think I want it to be, see how I'm doing like 3/4 here, and there's like about 3/4 there. I think I'm going to do this first one at 3 inches wide. That doesn't look like a straight edge. All right, 3 inches wide. Let's see how that looks. Yep, I like how that looks. So then we're going to go down. So here's your 5.5. So if that's 3 inches, now we're going to go to 2.5 because I want a nice wide border on this. So there's my 2.5, which means this one, make sure it's 5.5, which it is. This one then is going to be 2. All those wonderful little strips now to put in my strip bundle. All right, so this is how we're going to do this. All right, so I'm going to take these all down because we're going to be stamping on this. So maybe is that too matchy-matchy? I feel like I need to have a little bit of a difference. So, all right, so let's go ahead and let's take these all down. Let me grab my seal. All right, and I like using this to line it up, especially when we're going all the way to the edge. And do that because I felt like that bottom was just a little bit wider. All right, so there we have that. We're going to mount this on our card. I'm going to put that over because it has a little bit of a dent in it. So we're going to go ahead, and I think I'm going to go up just a little bit, just in case I decide to have a saying down here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So let's go ahead. Oh, I got to be careful. I have a lot of layers there. Got to be careful. That's how your tape runner sometimes can get caught and start to spiral. All right, so that looks good. Looks like I might have got just a bit over. Let me go over to my heavy duty guillotine cutter over here. Let me just go ahead and take off that little bit of an inch. This cutter probably won't go through all those layers. That's the only reason I did it that way. All right, so now let's, I think I want to go about, let's go about 2.5 inches wide. And let's take another little bit off of that. So I'm going to take about 1/4 off of that and see if I like how that looks. I'm going to do another 1/8 off. All right, now I like that. That looks great. I'm going to go ahead and get my old olive. I'm going to edge these. So I'm trying to do it pretty straight up and down so it doesn't bend into the pad. That side has, oh, I don't know if you can see, and I'm afraid to do this now. This will smear. That edge was kind of leaning up. All right, so there we have where there's just a little bit of that old olive. Oh, good. I thought I got a fingerprint. A little bit of that old olive on there just so you can see how it kind of outlines it a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and I keep using the big leaf on my examples. You'll see that. So let's go ahead and focus on this smaller leaf. That's on there. All right, and let's go ahead and we'll do it in Old Olive. We'll put a few around. Now you don't want to press really hard in this. This is a distinctive stamp as well as a two-step. So see now there, I pushed too hard. I didn't move my ink away. So to me that's a little bit darker than I wanted it to be. But we're okay. We'll just deal with it. All right, let me grab my little chamois that came with. Sorry about that. I have some tape on there. See that? A lot of tape. All right, get that just cleaned off because I had ink on there. All right. So I think, yeah, I don't like how that looks that way. So I'll still go with this. I feel like I've left a lot of room here now though. So I think I'll do my saying here, and then I will do my embellishments down here. Yeah, I think so. I probably should have, I feel like I just need something on that orange. And I don't think I can pull it up without ripping it. So I'm going to try to see if I can get some little score lines on this. So let me go to, so there, it's there. So let's go like here. I just feel like I need something on there. And that's not even really showing up. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Let me see. Yeah, I'm ripping it, so I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it the way it is. And let's just do a little that way. You're not really going to see it too much, but I know it's there. Now I feel like I need to put a little glue down in that corner to keep that corner down. So let's go ahead now. We'll put that on there. You know what, let's cut one of these out. How about that? Do I have any ink left on that? Not a heck of a lot. All right, let me show you what you need to do when your distinctive stamp is really not showing up the way you want it to. You want to move that ink away. Now it's going to resettle, don't worry. But you see how I've moved a lot of that ink off to the side? So now when I stamp, see how that gives you a much better impression. See that compared to that? All right. So let's go ahead, grab my snips. Oh, did you know? I don't know, like I said, when this is going to air, but the manufacturer that does our snips is not making snips anymore. So, and I think this was announced, I think it was announced a couple days before my birthday, and within an hour of the announcement on the demonstrator website, they were gone. everything they had was gone. So I do have 3 other pairs. They're down here. Let me show you. Like there's mine for paper only. There's mine for ribbon. And I have another pair somewhere. I don't know. It's somewhere down there. All right. Anyway, so I think I'm just going to pop that one up. But we got to get the 2-step part on there. So for that, I think I'm going to use Darling Duckling. I about said Ugly Duckling again. Gotta stop that. All right. Let me go ahead and move a little bit more of that. Now I did this earlier. You'll see on my cards. So you can see it only takes a couple hours and your ink goes right back to where it was. All right. So now I want to get my little yellows on there. Oh, I didn't hit that one very good. It's because I don't want to get my head into the picture. See, there's a little bit right there, so I'll just go like that. And the last one. Let's go, I think, let's just do it on this one too. It's going to be a little bit darker than I want it, but we'll deal with it. All right. So let's go ahead now. Let's pop that up even more. Get a couple more in the middle. All right. Put that back in there. Pop that up. Do you think I need a second one? I think I need a second one. When you're cutting, you're moving more your paper than you are your scissors. Just gives you a cleaner line. Let's see if I have any of that yellow left on there. Nope. Let me go back. You see, it's already starting to move down the pad. So like in another hour, pad will be completely back to normal. All right. There, I think I like that. I'm gonna lay those flat because I think maybe that'll bring up those little bit, show those lines a little bit more. There you are. And then let's go ahead and we'll use Hello Sweet Friend. I think I'm just going to do that in Old Olive. See, here's another one that I did that with the Old Olive. And you see it's already starting to move back down. You know what, I'm going to go to the dark end for this. Make sure I'm on a straight line. Get all this to my side desk here. Put this back under here. I have to put those scissors I pulled out. And let's grab the In Color Flat Pearls. These are from the main catalog. They have a green sticker. That's how I know they're from the main catalog. let's go ahead. I think we'll do all 3 colors. How about that? That wasn't good. Let's go there. Let's go my yellow. See, that is just too much, so I'll just do another yellow. Sorry, darling duckling. And they're all crooked. Look at that. There you go. Still thinks it looks a little crooked, but there you are. There's your example using artistic leaves. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the pearls back in, the flat pearls back in. Let me show you the cards I did besides. So here's this one. This is usually my favorite color combination, which is Blackberry Bliss and Bubble Bath. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, I should have used the speckles on these areas. Didn't think about that. Okay, and then here we have more where I did my 4 square method. Over there. I think you guys can still all see all of them. So there's the 4 square method. Did different color combinations. The greetings are a little small in this set for this type of card. I mean, it works, but like this one's very small. I decided afterwards. But yes, just went ahead and stamped the 2-step stamping. Took, I think it was the dark cherry cobbler, my blend, and hit it on my bone folder to get those little sprinkles on there. Alright guys, there you are. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. Share this with your social media or on your own website. Share it with your friends. Most of all, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.